Images returned. The first, lying on a dove-grey carpet, a beautiful woman wore a glittering golden dress, the silk scarf used to crush her airway still wrapped tightly around her neck. Her famous green eyes were bulging and red where the tiny blood vessels had taken it in turns to burst, and her ever-flawless skin was now decorated with 5 deep scratches, as if someone had dragged their fingernails across her face as a final insult. But it was the second image Matt knew was going to haunt him. 2.1 million reposts and counting. Heaving, he pulled the waste paper bin towards him. "Shall I block it?" he asked between steadying breaths, already reaching for the mouse. However, his boss appeared not to have heard him as he watched the numbers climb while the world shared news of the D-list celebrity's coronation into pop culture royalty. "Shall I block it?" 2.2 million. 2.3 million. "Wait for it," replied the man sporting flip-flops with a smart suit. He held his hand out as though it were poised over an imaginary button. 2.4 million. Wait. "For Christ's sake, Justin!" "Okay. Now!" The grotesque images were immediately replaced with a generic message to inform that the post had been removed for breaching the terms and conditions of the site. The counter below frozen at a little over 2.5 million. With a sigh of relief, Matt returned to the floor, and the bin he suspected he might still be requiring, as his CEO took out his phone and found the details for the National Cybercrime Unit, with whom he was in regrettably regular contact. "Hi, Karen. It's Justin Strong here at..." "Yes, that's right." "Not exactly." "I thought you'd want to be the first to know." He paused, just to really sell his insincere distress. "There's been another one." Chapter 1. The pretty little rich girl who inevitably lost her head. The metal doors parted. Silence. A web of hazy sunshine spanned the entrance hall, dust particles roaming threads of light, as she stepped into the capacious Knightsbridge penthouse. "Hello?" called Detective Constable Scarlett Delaney, her voice carrying effortlessly, sounding like it belonged to somebody else. Fuller, more assertive, the sparse room's acoustics stopping just shy of an outright echo. Silence. Drawn toward the vista beyond the double-height windows, she made her way across the expanse of wooden floor to gaze out over mid-morning London, deceptively calm from the roof of the city. The skewed perspective that just £8 to £10 million could buy you. When the sun retreated behind a cloud, a ghostly reflection appeared in the glass. Scarlett surprising herself with a pang of sadness she felt on seeing just how out of place she looked amid such lavish surroundings. Her beat-up pair of Converse All-Stars were doing little to smarten the ensemble of ripped jeans and a grey hoodie. Feeling a little self-conscious, she quickly tied her hair up in the makeshift mirror, deep red smouldering against fair skin, as she twisted the band into place. "Scarlett," a voice boomed from across the apartment. "In here." "Coming," she called back, giving herself one final look before heading over. Evidence of a sophisticated party was strewn neatly across the living area, as she passed beneath a glass staircase that seemed to defy the laws of physics where it zigzagged up to a stunning mezzanine kitchen. Empty champagne flutes assumed the role of crystal decorations upon the fireplace, while a Steinway piano had been reduced to a serving table for finger food, most of which she couldn't even identify. Removing a pair of disposable gloves from her pocket, she followed the flash of the crime scene photographer's camera into the master bedroom. "Sorry to call you in on your day off," rasped Detective Sergeant Frank Ash, with his back to her. "It's fine," replied Scarlett, snapping a glove over her hand and then walking around the bed to regard the inevitable horror on the other side.